I am struggling to go alcohol-free because my partner drinks. Any advice? This is one of my favorite things to talk about, going alcohol-free. Do you have any thoughts on intermittent fasting? Here are the pros for women. It can work for some, especially if it helps simplify eating, reduce late night snacking, or just support your digestion. Tracking macros, tracking food can be a helpful tool, but it is not something that you need to do forever. Hello. What's up? How's it going? You guys good? I'm good. I'm feeling good. Today, I am tackling your top questions about nutrition. Okay. And first and foremost, let's just start with this. I am not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I do have certification in precision nutrition. I've been in the fitness and health world for over a decade. I've worked with thousands of clients, but I am not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian and not a nutritionist. So we're getting into all of it, from tracking macros to finding easy, high protein meals to healing your relationship with food. You know, I'm a girl that loves some intuitive eating and navigating. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, going alcohol free. So let's break it down, keep it real, grab your protein shake, whatever drink you have or need, or anything you're sipping on, or as you're walking outside. Gosh, I hope you just look around and find some beautiful spring flowers. I just hope you're having a great day. And thank you so much for listening. Having me in your ears is just, makes me feel so warm and cozy inside. Question number one. These are questions from y'all, you guys also. You sent in these questions. They are directly sent into the podcast. Feel free to DM broads.podcast anytime with any questions, and we will get to them because I love hearing your questions and answering them. Question number one. Do you have any thoughts on intermittent fasting? Do I ever? I was at a workout yesterday with a guy that was fasting for 72 hours. Is there a time and place for fasting? Yes. Is there a time and place for fasting for Tara? No. Intermittent fasting, though, is a way of eating where you alternate between eating periods of eating and periods of fasting. So just letting you know that when you fast overnight for sleeping, technically you are still intermittent fasting. Some people do a split. 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. I'm sure you've seen people do like you eat between the hours of 12 and 8. Great for them, not great for me, whatever. You can also alternate doing days fasting. Here are the pros, and I'm always talking to women. If you are a man listening to this podcast, thank you. You are a king. I appreciate your support more than anything. However, also, please, period, send it to all the women in your life because we need more broads taking up space. Here are the pros for women. It can work for some, especially if it helps simplify eating, reduce late night snacking, or just support your digestion. Some women can feel more energized or focused when they have structured eating windows. Awesome. Here's the big caveat. Women's hormones are incredibly sensitive to things like stress, undereating, and poor sleep. Intermittent fasting can sometimes backfire, causing fatigue, mood swings, poor performance in the gym, and even irregular cycles. I've actually seen this specifically with women who already feel burnt out or undernourished. They feel like, okay, this is going to help me stick in a routine for this amount of time, but actually it makes them eat a lot less. So they're underfueling. Another con is that if you're trying to build muscle, fasting might actually make it harder. Protein timing matters, and long fasting windows can mean fewer chances to hit your protein needs. Plus, chronic fasting can mess with your cortisol levels, and no one wants high stress hormones running the show. So who is the woman that might benefit from this? If you are someone with a regular cycle, no history of disordered eating, and you feel good with a later breakfast, maybe intermittent fasting works for you. But I am a breakfast the second I wake up kind of girly. But if you're dealing with hormone imbalances, low energy, high stress, intermittent fasting may not be your friend. Too long, didn't read, didn't listen. Intermittent fasting is not the magic bullet. It's not the magic fix. It can work for some, but only if it works with your body. Listen to your hunger cues, energy level, and absolutely your menstrual cycle before jumping in. Question number 2. These are questions specifically for me, but I'm just going to say my personal experience. Do you track macros? Meaning myself. I have done it very briefly. I've coached it, and here's what I say. Tracking macros, tracking food can be a helpful tool, but it is not something that you need to do forever. Personally, I have actually never tracked just macros. I've looked at calories, I've looked at protein, but I've not actually done a protein, carbs, and fat macro split. Why it can help you it does give you a clearer picture of what your body is actually getting, specifically when it comes to protein. I've had Chronometer on the podcast. It is a fantastic nutrition app that can look at your macro and micronutrients of what you're getting on a day-to-day basis. You also heard me talk about how women can undereat. So it teaches you how to build balanced meals and understand portion sizing. Portion sizing is huge. That is why sometimes for some women, I'll have them weigh some of their food just so that they can see that one serving of peanut butter is actually, unfortunately, way smaller than you think. Actually, just recently I had like yogurt and granola, and I weighed the granola just to see. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So that is a thing, to just weigh, just to even see your portion sizes. But it's not everything. If you do get wrapped up with numbers, it can become obsessive for you. If you have, again, in like a disordered eating or a past disordered eating, that is not what I would typically send you on. I would look at more on the intuitive eating approach. That is not the vibe here. We're aiming for strength and sustainability, not food guilt, not rigid rules, and not following a certain thing for the rest of your life. However, protein is a priority. And the only way you can really know how much protein you're getting in is by tracking it. And for me, for example, I know I eat the same thing all the time. I know that I'm getting 150 grams of protein because I know exactly how much I'm getting in each meal and in each snack, because I typically eat the same thing every day, almost every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. Shout out Chomps. Shout out Yasso bars. Those will come later. But if you're only going to track one macro, have it be protein. And that is a very simple thing that you can literally just look at the nutrition label. You can measure how much you're eating and say, you could track it in your notes app if you don't want a full-on fitness nutrition app. But find the balance. You do not need to weigh every bite forever. Having even just a couple weeks, maybe a week, gosh, give it 3 days of you just looking at how much you're actually putting on your plate. I think it would be a really great awareness for you. Looking at your meals, seeing where you could add in more protein and fiber. And again, we'll talk about protein in a second, but fiber can also be something that like we're not getting enough of. How do I get more of it? You can look at your plate and say, where can I add protein here? Where can I add more fiber in this? And I'll give you some tips. Here we go. The question number 3 is how to get enough protein. Day old question. I think I hear this all the time. And I swear to you, y'all can use AI and say, help me get 150 grams of protein a day. And they will give you a meal plan. They will literally give you exactly what to eat. And you still don't think you can eat it. You can. This is just like your hard truth, Tara. You can get it. It is so easy to just have a AI just like create a meal plan for you. I don't want you to, but I want you to understand what is in your food and why you're eating it and where you could potentially add it. So the next meal you have after your beautiful walk that you're on right now, looking at the flowers and listening to me in your ear, I want you to go to your next meal and look at your dish and say, dish, bowl, whatever it is, and say, where is the protein in this? First and foremost, what is the protein? And if you actually don't know, well, that's the first step. Figure that out first. But a general rule of thumb is that you want 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight or goal body weight. So if you are 150 pounds, you want to aim between 120 and 150 grams of protein a day. It might sound like a lot, and especially if you're only eating 70. I would not tell you to go from 70 grams a day to 120 grams a day. That would be crazy. I'd say, okay, for the next couple weeks, go to 80. Then a couple weeks after that, go to 90, then 100, and then you can gradually make your way there. So let me give you some protein tips because I got to give you some tips. You're here for the tips. On the go, Greek yogurt, berries, banana, granola. That's what I wrote down here, but that is not on the go. You know what I actually heard recently is Go-Gurt. It's making a comeback, apparently. It has less sugar and less ingredients and high protein. Could be making a comeback. Chobani makes those little yogurt things on the go. But I don't know how you're eating berries on the go. That was not great written down here for me. Protein shake, easy, great, so easy, right? Boiled eggs, beef jerky, shout out Chomps, piece of fruit and some peanut butter. You know, obviously there's not a ton of protein in there, but you get the gist here, okay? So on the go, protein bars also. Quick little shout out to Legion. Their protein bars are awesome. Code TARA20 if you want any of that. I also love Barbells, Barebells. That's another great protein bar at home. Gosh, so many options, right? And we have delivery services that can send our groceries, and we can also potentially get DoorDash, but we can at least get our food delivered to us from the grocery store. Ground turkey, salmon, chicken. I literally ate a piece of chicken for my snack today. Yeah, I don't know. It was awesome. Egg scrambles, veggies, turkey sausage, tofu, tempeh. I was a vegetarian for several years, 2 years, and I have a whole cookbook, PDF, 32 vegetarian recipes that you can try out. Protein is involved in it in some capacity, but it was harder, I will say, as a vegetarian to get the protein in. My favorite and go-to protein sources are chicken thighs, turkey, salmon. Number one is salmon for sure for me, and tuna. Eggs and eggs whites, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. I'm a dairy girl. I'm sorry if you're lactose intolerant. I just like dairy products. Anyways, protein powders, Legion, obviously, love that. Beans, lentils, and then honestly, do not sleep on chomps. I can't say enough. I can't say enough. Sponsor me. Remember, do not overcomplicate it. And if you heard any of those things and you're like, oh, that's disgusting, I don't want any of that. One thing landed for you, okay? So take that one thing, or just like press the 15-second back, listen to it again, and go find one thing out of the things that I said, okay? Number 4. Oh, I kind of went over this already, but what protein bars do you recommend? Not all protein bars are created equal. Some of them are basically candy bars. My husband had a Snickers the other day and I was a little jealous. I was like, man, that sounded really good. Snickers actually has a protein bar as well. I don't know if I'd go for that, but what to look for? At least 15 to 20 grams of protein. If you have a protein bar that's 10 grams, what are we doing here? Why is this on the shelf? Okay. Low added sugar, ideally under 5 grams. I listened to a recent podcast with Dr. Marie Claire, menopause expert, and she was telling women during perimenopause and menopause to try and eat under 30 grams of sugar, of added sugar a day, not fruit, but added sugar. So when we start to look at the nutrition labels of what is in each thing, look at the added sugar overall. I am not a no sugar kind of person, by the way. I love my sweet treats. But if we can look at the overall day, how can we aim for under 30 grams? With that, ideally under 5 grams of added sugar. And then bonus, high fiber, decent fat to keep you full. High fiber is a good one. As mentioned, barbells, BARE bells, they taste good. Oh my gosh, they're good. I literally just had one, cookie dough, I think it was. Great texture, high protein, low sugar. Here's another few that I just looked up for you. RX bars, although they stick in your teeth like it's no other. Why do they do that? Rise bars and One bars. I actually haven't tried One, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a little episode just on me trying bars. Would you guys like that? Okay, question number 5. How do you heal your relationship with food? Love this one. This one hits deep. I have been here, and I just I feel it in my bones because food was always the enemy. Man, it was like this person in the corner that's just you suck. It literally felt like it was on my shoulder, and I was just oh, it's the worst. So let me tell you, healing your relationship with food is not about rules. It's about reconnecting. It was almost like I'm reconnecting with that person in my shoulder that I'm just I love you. And they're like, I love you too. I will give you ice cream and cake and protein, girl. Get out of the all or nothing trap. That mindset of I'm eating perfectly or I failed, it is not helping. It leads to guilt, to shame. And you're going to rebound eat if you had any past binge eating disorder or anything like that. I hear you and I feel you. Because the truth is, every time you say that you have to be perfect to make progress, it pushes you further and further away from healing that relationship with food. Please also drop the labels, good versus bad food. That ice cream I'm talking about that I eat almost every night, that is not bad or good. It's just neutral. It makes me feel good. I like it. Fuels me. It makes me feel good, right? Like those. Did you guys find a flower yet? Will you give me a review? Give me 5 stars. And in the 5-star review, it has to be 5 stars. Tell me what flower you're smelling on your walk right now. I just would love to hear that. Building balance. It is not about strict rules. It's about self-trust. We got to trust ourselves. You know you have it in you. You fucking know that you have it in you. You can have structure and flexibility. You can, like me, I said I eat the same thing every day. But also on the weekends, or if I got a bagel sandwich today, flexibility. Also, the bagel was bomb. You can enjoy a donut and be someone who cares about their health. I can't stand coaches that are like, you don't even care about your health if you say that you eat donuts. Like, pff, get out of here. Get out of here. If you're my client, I'll allow you to eat the donut. I don't even need to allow you because you're a fucking adult and you can do whatever you want. I'm here to help you take up space, get strong as fuck, and be empowered. Okay. Healing your relationship with food. Let me get back on track here. Get curious, not judgmental. Here's a little quote for you. Stop being an asshole to yourself. Notice how food makes you feel physically, emotionally, energetically. Practice mindful eating. What is that? Slow the fuck down. It's me with this podcast. I feel like I'm already talking too fast for you. But you know what I was thinking about this? My podcast manager, shout out Chelsea, she's awesome. She's like, maybe you should talk a little bit slower. And then I was like, but maybe people don't actually have to listen to me at 1.5, which I do on a lot of podcasts. So hopefully you're just listening to this on 1 time speed. But that is what mindful eating is, right? Slowing down, sitting down while you eat. Oh my God, I have so many clients that will just stand up and just eat, 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 eat. Don't multitask. Please, please don't have your phone in front of you while you eat. You can have some music in the background. Okay. You can even have the show if you want. I personally think no screens at the table or no TV, but hey, you have to do what you have to do. Drink water, putting your fork down in between bites. Stop skipping meals, and please work with your body. You only have one body. Work with it, not against it. And truly, healing does not happen overnight. But every single bite you take without guilt gets you one step forward to food freedom. That makes me feel good. I hope that makes you feel good. Question number 6. I like this one. I am struggling to go alcohol-free because my partner drinks. Any advice? This one is so real and personal. I personally stopped drinking on November 8th, 2022, November 7th or 8th, 2022. And navigating that choice in a relationship where your partner still drinks can feel isolating at first. My partner does drink. He doesn't drink a lot, ever. He's in the room next to me, which if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I'm pointing. But he really doesn't drink that often. It doesn't bother me at all, even when he does, when he goes out with his friends or, gets drinks out, it does not bother me. However, I understand that it can be hard for other people. So basically what you're doing is you're not just changing a habit that you have. You're changing social norms, routines, and even how you connect as a couple. I remember some of our first dates. We've been together almost 11 years, you guys. We would go out for drinks. We would go, try the new craft brewery. We lived in Denver. There were so many great places to go out and drink. And so it's hard. I mean, I even think of COVID, post 2020 COVID, we used to drink at home all the time, have high noons and make cocktails and shit. It was easy. And that's kind of what we did together. And we had fun doing it. So I totally get it because it is different, but it is okay to change. And it is okay for it to be uncomfortable. As we all know, it is so much easier to stay stagnant. It is so much easier to keep doing what we're doing. But why not make a change when you know deep in your heart that it's going to make you feel better? And it doesn't mean that you won't be emotional or awkward or feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean you're not supposed to be doing it. It means you're growing. Couple other tips. Set boundaries without blame. This is really important because you're not asking your partner to change for you. You're letting them know that you need to feel supported. Maybe it's no alcohol in the house. Maybe it's skipping the bar on a date night. Just communicating what you need clearly without expecting them to read your mind. Now, when I first went alcohol-free, we had a couple nights where we would make cocktails together. They would be mocktails, but he added some booze in it because he wanted to. And I didn't want to. So I was like, it's like we were having this fun event together, but he was able to drink what he wanted and I was able to drink what I wanted, and we were able to do it together. And then that also gave me opportunity to know what to order when we were going out to eat. So that was a fun one. There's also so many NA alcohol drinks now. NA wines, beers, mocktails. There's so many adaptogen blends. Shout out of office. I don't drink alcohol, but I am a THC kind of girly. She also has CBD drinks as well. She's my best friend, Angie Lee. She's not, but Soul CBD, just a quick shout out to them. They have really awesome drinks called Out of Office. Also, Poppy drink is awesome. Shout out Olipop, one of my favorite cream soda drinks. I have that every night. There's so many incredible mocktails out there for you to consume at home. And I swear there's every time we go out to dinner or drinks or something, there's more mocktails on the menu. And talk about your why. What is the reason behind it? Like this question said, I'm really struggling to go alcohol free because my partner drinks, but you are not your partner. So what is your why? What is the reason for you to be alcohol free? I'm asking you directly if you ask this question. And truly, it can be anything. You just have to go back to your why, what your purpose is. That's what I coach in training, right? If you don't have the motivation or drive to get there, go back to your why and your purpose because you want to feel better longer, because you want to hang with your kids, because you want to be able to lift your suitcase overhead when you're traveling, because you want to live independently. So at the end of the day, going alcohol free can mean mental clarity. It can mean better sleep. It can be showing up stronger in your workouts or healing something deep inside of you. So when you lead with that honesty and vulnerability, it invites your partner to understand you and not judge you. And so at the end of the day, going alcohol free is for you, not your partner. And if your partner truly wants the best for you, they'll support you. And even if they're not ready to join you yet or ever. So stay anchored into your why, and you are allowed to take up space in the growth that you experience. So just as a recap, we talked about some big nutrition topics that I just want to say, again, I am not a nutritionist. I am not a dietitian. I love talking about ways to improve your nutrition, but also your mindset around food and how you can eat to best fuel you in your years and years and years to come. Fitness and wellness and nutrition and all those things are not just in the time that you are doing them. They are for the long term. And if you are just hearing me speak about fitness or just coming to my page, know that this is the long game with me. I am not here to help you lose 10 pounds in 30 days. You will not go to my page and see transformation photos. You will not hear me say, let's get snatched for summer, because bitch, you are already snatched. You are beautiful and incredible the way you are. And health, fitness, and nutrition are just tools to help you feel like that badass that you truly are. So that is my Q&A on nutrition. Again, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate every single one of you that presses the download, subscribe, and reviews this podcast. As always, I've got a fitness app called Broads, here to take up space in and out of the gym. I would absolutely love to have you, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your walk.